This is ChestertonRadio.com.
And here's the cinnamon bear.
Now, if you'll all put on your thinking caps, you'll remember that Judy and Jimmy and the Cinnamon Bear were captured by pirates last time. But these pirates were very different. They didn't make people walk the plank, and they didn't hunt for gold. All they wanted was candy, and plenty of it. Captain Taffy offered to sail them as far as the island of Obi, where the Pelican had dropped their silver star. And what do you think? When they got close enough, they sighted a roly-poly policeman on the beach wearing their star on his chest. Right now, the Susie Q is about to drop anchor, and the children will have their star back in a few minutes. That is, if nothing happens.
All right, Hardy. Bosun, pipe the anchor.
Aye, sir.
Well, my friend, it's been a pleasure to have your company aboard the good ship Susie Q.
Gee, we sure had lots of fun, Captain Taffy.
That's what I say, too. I never knew pirates could be so nice. Did you, Cinnamon Bear?
Bless my stuffings, no. And we're much obliged to you, Captain.
Don't mention it, matey.
I sure would like to know what the roly-poly policeman is doing with our silver star on his chest.
Well, we'll know pretty soon, Judy, because Captain Taffy's going to give us a boat so we can row ashore.
I'm sorry the candy pirates can't go ashore with you, but confidentially, we're on our way to capture a big hoard of yummy marshmallows. I can taste them now.
Sounds most enticing. But marshmallows always get stuck in me fur.
Oh, what's this island like, Captain Taffy?
Well, it's a very strange place. Most magical, in fact. Very large and inhabited by all manner of strange people and things.
Gee, I hope we get a chance to see a few things. Are you pirates coming right back?
Just as soon as we capture those yummy marshmallows. Won't take long, and you can give us a signal and we'll take you aboard again. But in case you need to leave the island in a hurry, you'll have the rowboat.
We're sure awful grateful for everything you've done for us, Captain
Not
Taffy.
at all, not at all. The pleasure's been on our side. Are you ready?
Ready and raring to go, Captain.
Very well. Bosun, pipe the boat.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, you better let me help you in. There you are, young lady.
Gee, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, all snug as a bug in a rug, huh? Lower away.
Goodbye, Captain Taffy.
And thanks a million.
Much obliged indeed.
Cast off the line. Goodbye, mateys, and good luck.
You take one oar, Cinnamon Bear, and I'll take the other.
Barnaby Bright, strike up a bit of our chanty.
All right, Cinnamon Bear, let's roll.
Weren't they lovely pirates? And Captain Taffy was just wonderful.
A gentleman, I says, a real seafaring gentleman.
Oh, Jimmy, I can see the policeman ever so close now.
Swell. I can't see because I've got my back to him. Are we heading in the right direction?
Sure we are. I can see, Jimmy, and don't worry about it. I got complete control of the boat, haven't I?
We're almost to the beach, Jimmy. Yell at him.
All right. Wait till I turn around a little. Hey, policeman!
I guess he doesn't hear you.
Let me do the yelling. It takes a big voice like mine to do the trick. Hello, officer! Officer!
And what do you want?
What are you doing with our silver star?
What?
I'll handle him. Hey, you! What are you doing with that silver star?
Sure, and I'm wearing it. What do you suppose I'd be doing with it?
Yeah, but you got no right to wear it.
Oh, haven't I now? And McGee, who has more right to wear a star than a policeman?
But it's our star.
You bet, and we're coming right in there to get it. Come on, Jimmy. Just one more pull on the oars will scoot us right up on the beach.
What's the matter here? We're stuck.
We don't move an inch, and neither does this wave that the boat is on.
Try again.
That's a magic wave. It'll keep anyone from landing in a boat.
What do you mean, a magic wave?
Just that, magic. That particular wave never rolls in. Just stays where it is all the time. You can jump down if you like.
Oh, but it's too far. Most 5 times as high as us.
Or dive in and swim under it.
Oh, never. My precious stuffings.
And in either case, your boat will drift out into the ocean.
Grah.
And you lose it.
Grah. Am I mad? Just wait till I get my paws on you, Flatfoot.
That's an insult, to be sure. I'm a roly-poly policeman. And roly-polies don't have feet to be flat.
But what are you doing with our silver star?
Yours, is it? And what would it be doing dropping out of the sky?
Penelope the pelican dropped it. She stole it from us.
Sure, I didn't know that at all.
What do you do, Mr. Policeman? Just stand there all the time?
Not at all, son. I patrol.
Oh, lollipops, how can you patrol without feet?
Oh, with a roll this way and a roll that way. I can patrol about 3 feet on either side of me. Not much, maybe. But it's patrolling I am, and I am the law around here.
Spuddlesticks, you're nothing but
Stop
an
being
old...
so mean, Cinnamon Bear. That's no way to get our star back.
I should say not. Mr. Policeman,
Yes, ma'am. What can I be doing for you?
well, you might let us have our silver star. It's been stolen or lost ever so many times, and we've just got to get it back. It belongs on the tip-top of our Christmas tree.
Sure, and it's sorry I am to hear that. Being meant for Christmas myself, I know how it is. If you'll just come ashore, I'll give it back. Sure enough.
Will you? Honest, Injun? Gee, that's swell. But gee willikers, what about this magic wave? We can't get ashore.
Well, I'd toss it up, but I'm afraid I'd miss. You'll have to row down the ways. They tell me that this magic wave doesn't go more than 100 yards or so.
We'll be back right quick, Mr. Policeman, and thanks ever so much.
Glad to be of service, ma'am.
Now, see how nice he is when you're polite, Cinnamon Bear?
Soft soap, that's all, soft soap.
Shame on you.
Oh, let's not fight. Grab your oar, Cinnamon, and we'll get going.
We sure made that in a hurry, didn't we? Do you think the boat will be safe there, Cinnamon Bear?
Sure. I fixed it, didn't I?
Come on, let's hurry and get back to the policeman.
We'll hurry as fast as we can, Jimmy. The sand is awful hard to walk fast in.
Yeah, my cinnamon paws sink down in it.
You know what? I was just thinking about the Crazy Quilt Dragon. I wonder what happened to him.
I wonder. Too bad the pirates didn't take him on board. He sure turned out to be a good guy, saving us from those bad Incaboos and everything.
Huh. Maybe you think Crazy Quilt's a better friend than I am, huh?
Oh, no, Cinnamon Bear. You're a really, truly friend.
Do you think so?
Look, we've almost reached the policeman.
He's got his back to us. Hey, Mr. Policeman!
Louder, Judy.
Just a second till I get my breath. Yoo-hoo! Mr. Policeman!
He's turning around.
Jimmy, look!
He hasn't got the silver star on.
Mr. Policeman! Mr. Policeman! Where's our star?
Well, I guess your friend didn't find you yet.
What friend?
Well, the one I gave your star to.
What do you mean? Did someone say you were to give it to him?
He did that, and very polite he was, too.
My goodness, who could that be?
He swam through the magic wave shortly after you started down the beach. First, I wasn't going to give it to him, the star to him, but he told me you were coming right back for it. But he said he knew all about it.
What?
And that you told him to pick it up.
Jiminy Crickets. Who was it?
Faith, I don't know his name, but he was a dragon and looked a lot like a crazy quilt.
Garah, am I ferocious? That Crazy Quilt Dragon, up to his old tricks again.
Oh, dear, whatever will we do?
Well, first off, I'm going to push this fat-headed policeman in the tummy.
Oh, don't, Cinnamon Bear.
I got to. It's a point of honor. Watch out, Flatfoot. Here I come. I'll push you flat on your back. That's what. There. And let that be the message.
Willikers! The policeman popped right back up again and knocked Cinnamon Bear out.
That's what happens to feisty fellows you forget to remember that when you push over a roly-poly, he comes right back up. Kawowie.
Poor Cinnamon.
Call me early, Mother dear. Call me early.
Shake him, Jimmy. He's coming too.
Wake up, Cinnamon Bear.
Oh, my poor stuffing. Where's that policeman? I'd tear him limb from limb.
Now just be quiet. You've had enough.
Which way did the Crazy Quilt Dragon go, Mr. Policeman?
Well, I didn't watch him careful like, not being quick to turn around. But I think he headed straight up the beach, that way. Funny, too. Just happened to think, now. That'd be the wrong direction if he wanted to catch up with you. Faith, and I bet he was running away.
Why, you...
Stop it, Cinnamon Bear. We've got no time to fight.
Come on. We'll have to go like the very Dickens to catch up with Crazy Quilt.
All right, but I'd sure like to take another poke at that celluloid so-and-so. I'd sock him.
Hurry, Cinnamon Bear, hurry.
Gee, I can't see a thing ahead of us. Nothing but sand and sand and sand.
Well, seeing as how you wouldn't let me show you how to finish that pesky policeman, I'll show you how to catch Crazy Quilt. Come on, I'll lead the way.
Look at him go, Jimmy.
I'll say, I never saw
Jimmy, what's happened to him?
Gee, I don't know. He was running right there ahead of us, and then all of a sudden...
He just disappeared.
Well, what's all this? Everything looks just right for a merry chase after the Crazy Quilt Dragon and the Silver Star, and then Cinnamon Bear ups and vanishes into thin air. It seems that Judy and Jimmy just jumped from one difficulty to another. I'll certainly be with you next time to see what made Cinnamon Bear disappear all of a sudden like.
This is Chesterton Radio, your home for podcasts of works by G.K. Chesterton, plus drama, comedy, mystery, science fiction, big bands, and much more. The soundtrack to your Chesterton day at chestertonradio.com.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, written by Don Quinn, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. The show opens with Crazy Rhythm. During the coming holiday season, there's probably going to be more activity than usual around your home. There'll be more wear and tear on your floors, especially in the kitchen. If those floors are protected with Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat, you won't have to worry about them at all. If you're not using Glow Coat now, this would be an excellent time to try it. Glow Coat offers many advantages. First, it protects linoleum against wear, scratches, and dirt. Cleaning is easier because spilled things are quickly wiped up with a damp cloth. Second, Glow Coat makes linoleum floors more beautiful, gives them a gleaming polish that keeps the colors fresh and bright. Third, it makes the linoleum last longer. And fourth, it's a wonderful time and labor saver. Johnson's Glow Coat is self-polishing. It needs no rubbing or buffing. You simply apply and let dry. In 20 minutes, your floors shine with new beauty. Be sure Johnson's Glow Coat is on your next shopping list. Mailing your Christmas packages early is a great idea for two reasons. One, it gets them off your mind. And 2, the recipient has time to look his gift over and change yours for something cheaper. So here at 79 Wistful Vista, about to depart for the post office with arms full of packages, we find Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Now, wait a minute, dearie. Let's be sure we got everything. Okay. Here's the one for Aunt Bess.
Yeah.
One for Uncle Dennis. We don't have to mail that. He'll be with us over Christmas.
He's going to be with us here for Christmas?
Sure.
Oh, happy Yuletide.
McGee, don't be like that. Where's your Christmas spirit?
I had it up on my closet shelf, and Uncle Dennis found it, and...
McGee! That's enough of that.
Yeah, would have been enough for me, but that guy is so thirsty.
Please, let's not discuss Uncle Dennis anymore.
Okay. Hey, why don't we go down to the post office after supper instead of now? Might be less of a crowd down there.
I don't know if they're open that late.
Oh, I'll see. Hand me that phone. Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me the post up. Oh, is that you, Mert?
Yeah.
How's everything, Mert? It is, eh? What's say, Mert? Your 17-year-old sister. Had her face lifted.
Oh, heavenly days. What'd she do that for?
She couldn't help it. She bought a false face for a New Year's party, and somebody swiped it. What's say, Mert? Yes, it laid there. What's that? Oh, the post office don't answer, eh? Okay, never mind, Mert. Well, come on, Molly. I guess we better go on down there now.
All right. You got enough money with you for stamps?
Oh, I don't need any. I got an account with the government. Income tax, FHA, HOLC.
Oh, dear. Come in.
Hey, Mr. McGee,
Huh?
come over to my house right away, will you?
What's the matter now?
My brother was rehearsing his Santa Claus act, and he got a horn caught in his pants.
Why, he's too old to be playing with toys like that.
It ain't one of the toys, it's one of the reindeer. Hurry, will you?
Well, are you going, McGee?
No, he ain't the only guy who gets antlers in his pants around Christmas. Now, let's see, you take those 4 packages there, and I'll carry these couple. Hey, what's in this big one here?
Which one?
This one.
Oh, that.
Uh-huh.
Why, that's a new aluminum baking dish I got for Aunt Sarah.
Oh, a camisole, eh?
No, you mean casserole, dearie.
I do not. Casserole is medicine.
Go on. That's castor oil.
Well, then what's a camisole?
Well, a camisole is the... Well, it's a sort of a...
Uh-huh. You see? So it is something you cook in.
Well, it could be in hot weather.
Well, anyway, I bet that's a good...
No, we'll never get to the post office if people keep coming in like this. See who it is, dearie.
Hey, it's Gildersleeve.
Oh.
With an armful of Christmas presents and a big smile on his face.
Oh, dear.
Must be bringing us our presents.
Oh, and I haven't got his wrapped up yet.
Play up.
Oh, well.
Come in, come in, come in.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. How nice to see you.
Hi, Gildy, old man. You're looking well. A new suit?
Why, no, this is the same suit I always wear.
Well, it certainly looks nice. Have a chair, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Have a cigar, too.
Yeah, no thanks. I just dropped in.
How is dear Mrs. Gildersleeve?
Why, she's splendid, thank you. But the reason I came
You know,
over...
I was just saying to Molly. Molly, I says, we got to do something nice for Gildersleeve this Christmas. He's been a mighty fine neighbor, I says.
And I says, yes, McGee, I says, he's been so nice to us, I says. Though I hope he doesn't give us anything.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way about it, Mrs. McGee, because I'm not giving you anything.
That is the same old suit you got on, ain't it? Getting pretty baggy, too, if you ask me.
Was there something you wanted, Mr. Gildersleeve? We were just leaving for the post office.
Oh, yes. McGee told me this morning you were going to the post office. I just stopped in to see if you'd mail these packages for me while you were down there.
Hey, wait a minute. Why, shucks, we already got more than we can...
And I wish you'd buy me some stamps, too, while you're at it.
Say, you might save time, Mr. Gildersleeve, to get your stamps at Kramer's drugstore.
Oh, they're too expensive down there.
What do you mean expensive? Stamps are the same everywhere.
Yeah, I know, but I hate to go into a store and buy stamps. They don't make any profit on them.
Well, what's that got to do?
So, I usually make a few purchases to ease my conscience.
Oh, I see.
Yes. The last time I bought a 2-cent stamp in a drugstore, I came home with a hot water bottle, toy submarine, 3 rolls of film, a rental detective story, and a couple of badminton rackets, and a big gob of hot fudge on my necktie.
A guy as fat as you are has got no business eating hot fudge.
Who's fat?
Well, besides you, there's Oliver Hardy, Don Wilson, Paul Whiteman.
Ooh! You're a hard man, McGee.
Now, let's not get into any argument, boys. We'll get your stamps for you, Mr. Gildersleeve. What kind do you want?
Well, I want 2 sheets of 5s, 4 sheets of 1s, 1 sheet of 2s, and 3 sheets of 4s.
Spit out your gum and do it again, Gildersleeve.
Well, all right. I want 3 sheets of 2s, 2 of 3s, 4 of 5s, and 5s of 4s.
How about 6 of ones and half a dozen of the others?
Gildersleeve, they don't make any 4-cent stamps.
Oh, yes, they do.
They do not.
They do, too.
They do not.
They do not. No!
Boys, stop fussing.
Well, if I knew as little about my own government as this big chowderhead.
Don't you call me a chowderhead, you little termite.
Gildersleeve, one of these days you're going to exonerate me too far. And I still say they don't make any 4-cent stamps.
How do you know?
Because I used to work in the post office, that's how I know.
Is that so?
Yes, that's so. Well, I started working in the post office when I was knee-high to a mailbox.
He did.
I had charge of the branch in the Savoy Hotel. Stamping at the Savoy McGee, I was known as. Stamping at the Savoy McGee. Slick as silk and strong as Samson at slamming a sack of circular single-handed on a schooner sailing to the South Seas or a streamliner scheduled to scoot to Sioux City. Celebrated as a salary-saving super salesman by selling scores of 6-cent stamps to sentimental sailors, sending souvenirs to sweeties in Samoa, Siam, Ceylon, San Salvador, and similar scattered seaports. Smiling and singing as I stamped and sealed stuff from city to city and state to state. A solid civil servant serving citizens and scamps. Well, let's get down to the post office and buy this some stamps.
Windows down, sir.
Where can I find the postal savings department?
Boy, these packages are getting heavy, Molly. I'll sure be glad to unload them.
Well, we won't unload them very quick, dearie.
Huh?
Look at the long lines in front of the windows.
Oh, boy. Hey, folks, you mind if we squeeze in here? We got an important engagement we'd like to get to.
Who do you think you are, anyway?
Wait in the line like the rest of us.
Maybe we better go to the end of the line, Molly. It's more democratic.
McGee, do you realize how many people are ahead of us in this line?
Huh?
73.
And a good thing, too. Keeps them off the streets.
McGee.
Huh?
This man standing in front of me.
Huh?
I wish he'd turn around and face the way everybody else is. He's got a blank look on his face that bothers me somehow.
I'll move aside a little. I can't see over these packages.
You see him there?
Oh, that ain't his face. Hey, Bud, you got your toupee on backwards.
My goodness. Thanks, Claude.
McGee, here comes Mrs. Uppington.
Mrs. Uppington? What's she doing in a post office? Don't she know these places are infested with common people?
I see she brought her Pekingese along to lick the stamps for her. Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Uppington? So nice to see you.
Oh, how do you do, Mrs. McGee? And Mr. McGee?
Hi, Uppy. Hi, puppy.
Good heavens, what a lot of people. Do you have to stand in line like that? Don't you know anyone in an executive position who would take care of you?
Well, me and Jim Farley was great pals, Uppy, but Jim don't work here anymore, and I don't know the new guy.
Besides, we're no better than anyone else.
I think, my dear, as the saying goes, you have something there. Mailing your Christmas packages.
Oh, no. No, we just brought them down here to see if they were wrapped up as pretty as other people.
Say, while we're kicking the basket around, Abigail, what's the idea of bringing that dime-sized Doberman in here?
Oh, you mean Fifi?
Fifi.
Isn't she sweet? Mother's little darling.
Oh, sure.
Say hello to Mr. and Mrs. McGee, Fifi.
Wonderful, ain't it, Molly? I always wondered how you said hello in Pekingese.
Oh, hasn't she a sweet little face? Such bright eyes and such animation. You know, sometimes I could almost believe she was laughing at me.
Well, if she's really intelligent, how could she help it?
She is very intelligent, Mrs. McGee. Her mother was champion Floradora, Conquistadora Brownie the Fifth of Philadelphia.
Oh. And who was her father? Or am I putting Fifi on the spot?
I knew she was either from Philadelphia or New York, Uppy. She's got that metropolitan look.
Oh, thank you, Miss McGee.
Don't thank him for that one. I still don't know why you should bring her into the post office, Mrs. Uppington, when everything is so busy.
Oh, well, I wanted her to mix with the crowds, Mrs. McGee, to give her some real holiday atmosphere. This is Fifi's first Christmas, you know. Isn't it, Fifi?
She muffed that one, Uppy. She said hello again.
Well, if she did, she must have had a very good reason for it.
Oh.
Fifi is a very intelligent dog and very valuable, too. She's worth at least $2,000.
$2,000?
What do you mean, $2,000? Why, shucks, that's more than I'm worth.
Well, some dogs are worth more than others. Good night.
Dogs are worth more than others. Teddy Roosevelt slayed the Rough Riders with that one. Some dog.
Say, I wish we could get up to the window. This line hasn't moved 2 feet in a half hour.
Well, I'll take care of that. Watch me.
Hey, up ahead there. Can't you move along any faster?
Okay. I was just asking. You getting tired, Molly?
I certainly am. My feet are beginning to agitate for better working conditions.
Mine, too. I wish we could put
Hi, mister.
Oh, hello there, little girl. What you doing here?
I'm mailing a letter to Santa Claus, I bet you. Are you?
No, we're not.
Why?
Huh? What'd you say?
When?
Never mind. What'd you ask Santa Claus in your letter?
I asked him to make the man next door not mad at me anymore because I don't think he's going to give me anything for Christmas, I bet you.
Well, what juvenile peccadillo aroused his antipathy, sister?
Gee, what's the matter with you? Pardon me, mister. Pardon.
I said, what'd you do that made the man next door mad at you?
Last summer, I went in his backyard and I picked some of his permissions.
Some of his what?
Permissions. You know, it's a kind of a fruit that makes the picker pucker.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, why didn't you ask him if you could pick them?
Well, I was afraid he wouldn't give his persimmons.
You mean his permission?
No, I picked his permissions.
Look, sis, you don't pick permissions. You give persimmons. You persnip. Let's start over again and make it pears.
All righty. Grizzly pears or teddy pears?
So you're mailing a letter to Santa Claus, are you?
Sure. You see, here it is.
Oh, say, that's pretty good handwriting, sis.
I know it.
Don't tell me you wrote that.
No, my papa wrote it. I always ask him to write my Santa Claus letter.
That's a very good idea.
Sure it is, I bet you.
All us kids do that because our papas all believe in Santa Claus.
Oh, they do, eh?
Sure. So why should we tell them any different if it makes them happy? Come on, mister.
Hey, Molly, what makes this whole line of people give that sudden jerk every few minutes?
Why, don't you know?
No.
That seventh man up ahead has got the hiccups.
All I gotta say...
Hi there, Fibber. Hello, Molly.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Harlow. Hey, take my place in this line a while, will you? I want to go sit down someplace for a while.
Me too.
Gee, I'm sorry, folks. I'd like to, but I haven't got time. I just dashed in here to mail some special orders to Racine, Wisconsin.
What do you mean by special orders? Says he with a sly twinkle in his eye.
Well, you know how important it is to have a home clean and shining with Johnson's Wax when all the family is home for the holidays.
Yes, we do.
And how gleaming hospitality of Johnson waxed floors and furniture lends an air of cheerfulness to Yuletide gatherings.
Yeah, naturally, I understand all that.
And how Johnson's Wax will beautify and protect against the wear and tear of Christmas and New Year celebrations.
Dad, Rabbit, what's so special about that?
Oh, just to get the orders in on time.
Oh, I see. So you can do your Christmas shipping early. Don't you get it, Molly? I said...
T'ain't funny, McGee. Do our Christmas shipping early.
Yeah.
That's pure golden bantam for my money.
Yeah, the only difference between Fibber and a corn crib is that you can hear the corn through his crack. I'll see you later, folks.
Boy,
Say, who'd have thought we'd have to stand in line this long 2 weeks before Christmas?
Blankets, cushions, folding chairs. Might as well be comfortable while you wait, folks. Blankets, folding chairs, cushions. Get your... Oh, hello there, kid.
Hello, Mr. Oldtimer.
Since when have you been working in the post office, old-timer?
No, I'm kind of a pensioner around here, kids. They give me the job in memory of my sister, Nellie.
Oh, dear. What happened to your sister, Nellie?
No, we never knew, daughter. She was a Pony Express rider in 1848. One day she disappeared, mail bag and all. All is figured she must have got caught in a landslide. Reckless critter Nellie was. But me and Ma, we never give up hope. We always thought that someday Nellie would... What's the matter?
Make way for the United States mail.
It's Hey, Nell, it's me, your brother.
Hi, Roy. How's Ma?
Fine. Where you been?
I got caught by Indians. Just got away 3 days ago. They got great news for you, Roy.
What's that?
They discovered gold in California.
You don't say.
Yep. Climb up in the saddle, Roy. Soon as I deliver this mail, I gotta go home and get a clean shirt. This buckskin's beginning to chase me. Yes, sir. Make way for the U.S. mail,
Yes,
folks.
sir, I'm with you.
The King's Men sing Hilda.
Tale of Hilda, who plays in the band. She plays the bass drum, and I tell you she's grand. My heart goes trick, trick, trick. It jumps so high, it beats so quick. Then she gets out with a big hot lick. Boom, boom, ba-boom. Bing! Every feller wants to tell her, will you be my wife? She keeps beating and repeating, never in your life. Hey, would build a little love nest for two. Risk, crash, billy, boom, 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 boom. Oh, may Hilda, may goodness they love you. nights are filled with sadness. Tell me, fading pale, a low Hilda who plays in the band. She plays the bass drum and I tell you she's grand. My heart goes prick, prick, prick. It jumps so high, it beats so quick. Then she gets up with a big hot lick. Every feller wants to tell her, will you be my wife? She keeps beating and repeating, never in your life. Hey, would build us in a love nest for two. Risk, raspberry, boom, 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 just for two. Risk, raspberry, boom, 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 boom. Oh, my Hilda, make goodness they love you.
McGee, dearie, let me take those packages a while. Your arms must be numb.
It ain't so much my arms. It's my foot. My foot is... Uh-oh. Hey, Bud. You in front of me there.
Si, senor.
Look, I don't like to be rude, and you'll please forgive me for introducing myself, but I'm Fibber McGee.
Very happy to meet you, senor. Permit me to introduce me. I am Pedro Gonzalez Gomez Vargas Pereira de Feria.
Hi, Pete. Now that we know each other, will you please get off my foot?
Si, senor.
Thank you very much.
Es por nada, senor. It is pleasure to do business with you. Anytime I can get off your foot, please let me know.
Don't think I won't, Bud.
You sound like two gentlemen of the old school with apples for the teacher.
Oh, well.
Oh, dear. I'm so tired.
Me too. For 2 cents, I'd dump these
Ah,
packages.
there. Good day, my dear, and a dull December to you, crab meat.
Hi, Boomer.
What are you doing in the post office, Mr. Boomer?
Always come in here to write my letters. Small, smart, and smell nice. Wonderful feeling to be able to walk away from a federal pen without hearing bloodhounds in the distance.
I hope you're writing your dear old mother a Christmas letter, Mr. Boomer.
Exactly what I am doing, my dear. Have to be careful what I say, too. The warden reads every word of her letters. Let me see now. What did I do with Mother's letter? Like to read it to you.
Ah, never mind, Boomer. We're too tired to...
Now, let me see. Where did I put Mother's letter? Had it right here a moment ago. Here's the short end of an exploded cigar. Just the butt of an old joke, you might say. Invitation to a New England boiled dinner. Ought to be interesting. Never been boiled at a New England dinner.
Well, never mind looking, Mr. Boomer. We're in no mood now.
Ah, what's this? Pair of cellophane gloves. Very handy to let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Couple of diamond shoulder clips I picked up as I shouldered my way out of a clip joint. And a check. Well, imagine that, a check. Made out to a man named Mortispan. Mortispan, M-O-R-T-I. Excuse me while I go practice the signature. Good day, my dear. Good day, you.
What a crook.
Isn't he, though? He was born with a gold chisel in his mouth. How many ahead of us, dearie? I'm about ready to give up here.
No, it's only 3 now, Molly. Just hang on. Oh, it's only 2. Lady just got through.
Hold the packages to one side, dearie. I want to lean against you a few minutes.
All right, you're next, madam.
Hey, come on. We're next at the window, Molly. Thank goodness this will soon be over.
That's what I say. I'm completely exhausted.
All right, sir, you're next.
Bud, you're a sight for sore eyes. Here.
Oh, dear.
Now, weigh them packages and tell me how much postage.
Sorry, sir, can't do that here.
Huh?
Why not? We've been standing in line here for 3 hours.
But this is the money order window. You'll have to get in that long line over there.
Molly will be back in just a moment. Well, these certainly are busy times for all of us. There are so many more things to do than we can possibly squeeze into every 24 hours. That's probably one reason why so many women sing the praises of Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat, the floor polisher that saves them so many hours of work. With Glow Coat, the care of floors, especially linoleum surfaces, is remarkably simple. There's practically no work to it at all. Just pour a little Glow Coat onto your clean floor, spread it around, and let it dry. Come back in 20 minutes to find a sparkling surface, colors bright and cheerful, protected against scratches and dirt. And Glow Coat will greatly lengthen the life of your linoleum, too. Ask your dealer for Johnson's Glow Coat in the familiar red and yellow can. And by the way, when you're making up your Christmas list, don't forget that either Glow Coat or Johnson's Wax makes a very useful and welcome gift for a friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the prevention and control of tuberculosis is a year-round fight. But only at Christmas time are you asked for financial support and encouragement.
That's right. So be sure your letters and packages are decorated with Christmas seals.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
Would you rather drive a dull, dingy car or a sparkling, shiny one? Maybe you still think the job of wax polishing is costly or hard work. Then let me urge you to investigate and try Carnew, Johnson's sensational, new, easy-to-use auto polish. Carnew does two things at once. Both cleans and wax polishes in one operation, in half the time these jobs used to require. Carnew's cost is low, and once you've seen what beautiful results it gives, you'll say with car owners everywhere, your car looks like new when you use Carnew, spelled C-A-R-N-U. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
You are listening to Chesterton Radio at chestertonradio.com.
Don't turn that dial. This is the right station if you want to hear about Jonathan Thomas and his Christmas on the Moon. If it's all about Jonathan Thomas you'd know, then gather up close to your radio. For right now, don't you worry, is the rest of the story of what happened in the last episode. There, deep in the gloom of the Forest of Doom, there by the side of the road. You remember, of course, Gorgonzola the horse, and the kind old man in the moon, and the sweet fairy queen, the loveliest scene, and the three dwarfs who sang their tune, and the wicked old witch of Rumplestitch, and the squirrel named Whiskery Bill. And of course you've heard what has occurred in the forest so deep and still? No? Well, the witch brewed her brew, as all witches do, and made a terrible promise to hold in her keep through the magic of sleep poor little Jonathan Thomas. But the sweet fairy queen had the spell foreseen, and worked out an antidote true, an acorn to take to keep them awake until they were the deep forest through. But before very long, something went wrong in that forest so dark and deep, and the evilly spell worked more than quite well, and Jonathan Thomas went sound asleep. And now Gorgonzola the horse, and all the others, of course, are shedding the saltiest tears, for the witch's dire promise is that Jonathan Thomas won't wake for 1,000,000 years. But the squirrel and the horse and the man in the moon say that something has got to be done, and they're planning and scheming, even more than you're dreaming, of everything under the sun. And of course, very soon, the man in the moon, trying to think of something that mends, sent all around to every nuisance. But the day is so sad and most horribly bad. The snow is in the ground, and all they can do is to cry, boo-hoo, which you'll have to admit is the mournfulest sound. But quite far away, there is one who is gay, who rules o'er the kingdom of Rumpelstiltskin, who wears such a smile that it sets my blood rile. She's the terrible and wicked old witch.
Squim-dum-dee, squim-dum-do, there are some things that I would know. So, oh mirror on the wall, speak the truth and tell it all.
The truth, O Witch of Rumpelstiltskin, is that your spell has worked most well. For deep within the forest gloom, there is a scene of doleful doom. And most well you've kept your promise. For there on the snow is one you know by the name of Jonathan Thomas.
Aha, forsooth, you speak the truth, which makes me most happy and gay. For I've well kept my promise about Jonathan Thomas, who'll sleep forever and a day.
Is there no potion which can break this notion, O Witch of Rumpelstiltskin? Which can break through the spell which you've woven quite well with your needle and magic stitch?
There is one indeed, but one which nobody knows. The spell can be broken by only one token, and that is the red, red rose.
They'll never dream of such a scheme. And if they did, I'll place my bid within the winter wind that blows.
You're right. The wind doth bite, and chill is the icy snows. And so my spell is woven quite well, for there is no red, red rose. Squim-dum-dee, squim-dum-doos. For there is no red, red rose.
For Jonathan Thomas, I am the tree, as you can see, and I'll give you my branches for a bed.
And I am the bird whose songs you've heard, and I'll give you my feathers for your head.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Poor Jonathan Thomas here. Oh, whatever shall we do?
Oh, I wish I could help, and I feel so sad because it's all my fault.
Yeah, oh, say, wait a minute. I've got an idea.
What is it?
Oh, why in the world didn't I think of it before? My gracious to goodness, Mr. Man in the Moon, I do believe you're growing feeble-minded.
Hurry and think, as quick as a wink. Oh, please tell me your great idea.
Why, of course. She said whenever there was trouble, why, yes, I remember it as plain as day. The Fairy Queen, she said to say, Hon squee non squee giggly vay.
Here I am. You sent for me? I heard your call as plain could be.
Oh, goodness gracious and Jiminy Cricket, I'm glad you came. Poor Jonathan Thomas, he fell off the horse.
Of course.
And it seems he's fallen under the spell.
Which the wicked old witch has cast quite well.
And now he's going so sound asleep, we can't awaken him when we've tried for a week.
I can give naught but my tears through the weary years. For my magic has not the strength to break this sleep which is very deep, and no one can tell its length.
Then what shall we do? We plead with you before our hearts do break. We'll go through all strife and even give up my life to make Jonathan Thomas awake.
Please, your majesty, what can we do?
There is but one way that I can say.
Yeah, what is it?
Far away where the north wind blows, and deep deep under the icy snows, there lies the bush of the red, red rose.
Yes?
Please go on, Your Majesty.
Oh, yes, please do.
If spring were here to bring us cheer, the spell could be broken well. But nowhere grows the red, red rose when the demons of winter shriek and yell. But if you would, or if you could, go to the brambly briar and tell your woes to the red, red rose and speak your heart's desire.
And do you suppose that it would grow us a rose?
Until you've tried, nobody knows.
Well, we'll sure try.
I'll go, the winds do blow, and no matter how deep the snow. And I'll try my best, even though I'm distressed.
And we'll pray for you.
Oh, don't pray for me, for you'll soon see that I'll keep my promise. But save your prayer for him right there. And that's poor little Jonathan Thomas.
We wish you speed on your noble deed and hope to see you soon. And if you succeed, I'll be your friend in need. Signed, sincerely, the Man in the Moon.
Well, goodbye. And, oh, please don't let him die. I'll hurry as fast as I can. I'll go faster than fast if only I'll last. Faster than anyone ran. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, Whiskery Bill. Goodbye.
Squeam-dum-dee, squeam-dum-do. There are some things that I would know. So speak, O magic mirror wise, and tell what within the forest lies.
There is one who knows of the red, red rose, and he seeks to find it soon.
But I'll stop him quick with a magic trick, and then he'll change his tune. For there's no one so great who can make me wait. And again I make a promise. I've sealed the doom with the wax of gloom on the form of Jonathan Thomas. Squim-dum-dee, squim-dum-do, on the form of Jonathan Thomas.
Oh, my gracious. Do you suppose they'll find the rose in time to save Jonathan Thomas? Oh, I hope so, don't you? For then our dreams will come true. And they mustn't they? Because they've just got to find Santa Claus. So don't forget to listen to the next story of Jonathan Thomas, will you? I won't.
This is Chesterton Radio, the true, good, and beautiful at chestertonradio.com.